Everybody's gearing up for Netflix's The Crown Season 5 since the upcoming season will be dealing with a new storyline as well as the growing turmoil inside Prince Charles and Princess Diana's crumbling marriage. But for today, our focus will be on Kristen Stewart as she takes on the role of Princess Diana in the newly released movie Spencer. If you love The Crown, then you'll most definitely love Spencer, and we gotta thank Kristen Stewart for that. Let's find out more in today's video. Spencer, what's the movie about? The film Spencer is based on the events that transpired back in 1991 where Princess Diana joins the royal family for the Christmas holiday at Sandringham Estate in Norfolk, England. The movie emphasizes the 3 days that became a turning point in the beloved princess's life, namely Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, where she ultimately decides to leave Prince Charles. At the time, Princess Diana and Prince Charles' marriage was already plagued by rumors of affairs and divorce, and their crumbling union is even well known behind closed doors. The film made its debut on September 3, 2021 at the Venice Film Festival, which was 4 days shy from the 24th anniversary of her death on August 31st, 1997. For most of us who were not invited to the Venice Film Festival, fear not, since we get to see the movie's theatrical release on November 5th. Well, why is the movie called Spencer? The film's movie director, Pablo Larraín, teased in a statement following the movie's announcement on what the film will be about, as well as why it's called Spencer. We decided to get into a story about identity and about how a woman decides somehow not to be the queen. Pablo Larraín expressed in the announcement. She's a woman who, in the journey of the movie, decides and realizes she wants to be the woman she was before she met Charles. It's about finding herself, about understanding that possibly the most important thing for her is to be well and to be with herself and by herself, Larraín explained. That's why the movie's called Spencer, which is the family name she had before she met Charles. Critics have praised the film's director Pablo Larraín, who is a native of Chile, for his works, who credited with 8 feature films under his belt, which include the Academy Award-nominated films No and Jackie, also a biopic that told the life of Jacqueline Kennedy. Why should you watch Spencer? Simply put, it depicts one of the monumental moments in Princess Diana's life, and it even got the approval of several royal experts such as Jonathan Sacerdoti. In an interview with US Weekly, Sacerdoti shared his thoughts on the biopic, where he believes even the late Princess Diana would approve of it. I think that Diana would probably be grateful that she's still in everyone's minds. Sacerdoti told US Weekly in an exclusive interview held last August 31st. She said famously that she wanted to be the queen of people's hearts when she made that decision to leave Prince Charles. He further added, I think she would probably be pleased that her memory is still alive for so many people and that it's done in a sensitive and sympathetic way. The People's Princess is beloved by many and is a walking symbol of hope, aside from being known for her philanthropic works while she was still alive. Princess Diana was working closely with the International Red Cross campaign to remove landmines and worked closely with organizations dedicated to helping AIDS and HIV patients. She is, in many people's minds, a symbol of triumph over disaster and a symbol of doing special things she did to break down social barriers and to promote charities. Sacerdoti explained, and even her very last year or two to promote herself as finally being able to have fun on a yacht with the son of a billionaire, and finally being able to break free from those shackles that this film seems really keen to remind us tied her down in the first place. Kristen Stewart's acting for Diana is superb. Another reason why you should watch the movie is, of course, to see Kristen Stewart's acting. The Twilight actress has been called out many times on how she was unable to evoke emotions through the years, but her portrayal of the late Princess Diana is nothing short of brilliant. Film director Pablo Larraín firmly expressed that he was set on Kristen for the role, although there were some concerns and eyebrows raised, especially from the finance department, especially since Stewart was an American. We discussed other people, Larraín told Vanity Fair, on how they chose the actors to portray Diana. We had some hesitations, not for me, from other people financing the work, about having an American actress. And I thought that was obviously a point, but I think that Kristen has that mystery and that magnetism. I saw a movie called Personal Shopper and I loved it, but I didn't completely understand it because of her. That made me think a lot. I wasn't really able to inhabit her presence. When that happens, it goes into a poetic level, I think, in a way that I see it. Larraín also shared how Stewart has decided on the role and the relief he felt when she agreed to play the part. "So we sent her the script and I was quite nervous to know if she was up for it," the director recalls. "Then she calls me and says with an American accent, 'Dude, I'm up for it.' Then the process started, and she never, ever during the entire process, not even in Venice the other day or here, not even when she was wearing everything, acting and rehearsing, whatever, she never had fear. What I did on a number of occasions because of whatever was going on, unlike what usually happens, I held on to her strength. She really carried the movie. I, of course, did my work. I directed it. I conducted the orchestra that became a movie, but she's the force of nature." With personifying such an iconic figure, the pressure was on Kristen Stewart to deliver, and thankfully her efforts paid off since both fans and critics were impressed with her performance. In an interview with InStyle magazine, Stewart shared how she made in-depth research of Princess Diana's life and revealed that playing Diana was intimidating. "It's one of the saddest stories to exist ever, and I don't want to just play Diana. I want to know her implicitly. I haven't been this excited about playing a part, by the way, in so long," told InStyle in an exclusive interview. For the role, the actress said she listened to recordings of Princess Diana's voice as she went to sleep in the months leading to filming and production. "The accent is intimidating as all hell because people know that voice, and it's so distinct and particular," Stewart further added. "I'm working on it now, and I already have my dialect coach." Aside from that, Stewart also said in a separate entry that playing the role made her feel more free and alive, as reported by US Weekly. "I took more pleasure in her physicality making this movie than I have on anything else. I felt more free and alive and able to move and taller even." When asked what made Diana an empathetic person, Stewart said it was something that the late princess was just something she was born with. "I think it's just something she was born with," Stewart told Deadline. "There are some people that are endowed with an undeniable penetrating energy, and I think that really sad thing about her is that as normal and casual and disarming her air is immediate. She also felt so isolated and lonely. She made everyone else feel accompanied and bolstered by this beautiful light, and all she wanted was to have it back." She also added, "I was just desperate to reveal some truth in an environment that is steeped in the energy of, as an outsider I can say the Brits generally have the stiff upper lip mentality. It's the go-to generalization. I look at pictures of her or just a fleeting little video clip of her and I feel like the ground shakes and you don't know what's going to happen. The idea of somebody being so desperate for connection and somebody who's able to make other people feel so good and feeling so bad on the inside and being so generous with her energy, I just think we haven't had that many of those people throughout history. She really sticks out as a sparkly house on fire." When Stewart made an appearance in Jimmy Kimmel Live, she shared how she made thorough research on Princess Diana's life and how she somehow became protective of the icon. "I was really young, didn't know what was going on, but now it's hard not to feel protective over her," Stewart explained. "She was so young. Everyone's perspective is different, and there's no way to get everything right because what is fact in relation to personal experience. My movie takes place over 3 days, and it's this really poetic, internal imaging of what that might have felt like rather than giving new information," the Charlie's Angel star explained. "So we kind of don't have a mark to hit, we just also love her." Who is the cast of characters in Spencer? In the movie, she's joined by Poldark's actor Jack Farthing as the Prince of Wales, with Thomas Douglas portraying Diana's father, John Spencer, and Olga Helsing as Sarah Ferguson. Amy Manchin also joins the cast as Anne Boleyn, with Nicholas Court as Prince Andrew, with Jack Nealon as Prince William, Freddie Spry as Prince Harry, and Matthias Wolkowski as Prince Edward. Other cast members include Ryan Richard as Staff Sergeant Wood, Oriana Gordon as Lady Sarah Armstrong Jones, John Koch as Michael, Sally Hawkins, Richard Samuel, and Timothy Spall, of which these last 3 have undisclosed roles. If the hype isn't enough to convince you to watch Spencer, we hope this video did. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel before you go. Until the next episode, see ya!